What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another video on kind of Madden 21. We're looking at every Superstar and X Factor ability in Madden 21, in which players have them. Of course, this isn't sponsored by them or anything, but this video is basically made by using the site maddenschool.com. It'll be in the top line of the description. I've used their site a few times in the past, and they always have great information and very neat placement for everything, so it always looks great, and it's a great place to go to when you're looking for information like this. Once again, not sponsored. I'm just hoping they're not going to be mad by me using their site for this video. Superstar and X Factor abilities are important in Madden 21. Yes, we know about all these things, but this is one thing right here that I did know. Oh, this is kind of cool. So they did remove it. From what, if you guys didn't know what film study was, when they were in the zone, you could literally see the opponent's play, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, you could literally see their play the entire time, which makes sense. I don't understand why they added that. Maybe for franchise, not even for franchise, screw that. But I noticed this when I played in the beta. There was more than 2 abilities for non-QB guys. There was like 3 abilities for certain pass rushers, even 4 at times. Right here, I don't know how much you can believe this, but there's a chance we might see that in the normal game. Multiple abilities, 3+ abilities for guys that aren't QBs, which is ridiculous. But for some of these, we do know that there are a lot returning that are already the same. Some do have increased, changes. I read increase because of this one. Some do have changes, or at least they have the an added text. Maybe they were already there, but I don't know. But pro reads, of course, for great QBs. You basically get to see the first open receiver when you are in the zone. Tom Brady and Breeze have this. Makes a lot of sense. Bazooka, you could probably, well, I guess to be fair, what's his name? Josh Allen isn't going to be a superstar or X Factor anyways. So if he did, he would probably be with this. But of course, 15+ yards added on when you're in the zone. Of course, Mahomes is the guy. Gambler, best QBs take calculated risk, which is ironic because Rodgers almost never does that. Win in the zone, they can't be intercepted by AIs, and have increased throw speeds. I don't know if that was a part of it last year. I know it didn't have that text before. So there's that. Big trust. The most effective ball carriers prioritize maintaining possession overall, else when they enter the zone, no tackles made against them will result in a fumble. Of course, the Lamar Jackson X Factor ability, which is kinda OP. Just a little. Blitz radar. Successful QBs stay cool and stand confidently against the blitz. They can, when they're entered the zone, all linebackers and defensive backs that are blitzing are highlighted. Can be bluffed, which is interesting. Okay, Russell Wilson has that. Now for abilities, regular, fearless, Brady, Breeze, Matt Ryan have immune to throwing penalties caused by defensive pressure while their feet are set in the pocket. Fearless is actually kind of underrated. Can't lie, it's kind of underrated. Hot Route Master, 4 additional hot routes pre-play. Tom Brady. I feel like there was more than just Tom Brady who had that last year, right? Either way, set feet a lead. Passers with his ability have increased throw power on bullet. Precision passes made while their feet are set. This is actually a pretty good ability. Tom Brady has a conductor. Passers can make faster hot routes, basically. Tom Brady. Escape art has lots of QBs with this one. Faster, basically, when rolling out. Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson have those abilities, which is quite a bit of players, to be fair. And we have Quick Draw, which a lot of people are saying they stole from NBA, but passers with this ability have faster throwing animations when under pressure. I don't know if it was called Quick Draw, but they had something similar to that. I can't remember what the hell it was called. Last Ditch, maybe? But Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, and Lamar Jackson have faster animations when under pressure. Kind of an OP ability, but okay, dude. Passers with this ability, Dashing Deadeye, have perfect accuracy on all throws under 40 yards while running outside the pocket. That's good that they changed it to under 40 because Mahomes was throwing the ball like a madman, like 70 yards down the field. I would assume this new change to this ability is going to change Ultimate Team quite a bit as well. Rodgers and Mahomes have that. Red Zone Deadeye passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all unpressured throws inside the red zone. Obviously, except, you could read that. Except, high and low throws. Patrick Mahomes and Breeze have that. No-look Deadeye, I don't think this really matters too much, but perfect accuracy on all crossbody throws up to 20 yards. Mahomes, I lied. This is the ability that I thought it was. Dashing Deadeye was not the ability. No-look Deadeye made it where Mahomes was throwing the ball 70 yards down the field, crossbody. It appears that it's up to 20 yards only. Comeback, passer with this ability have extended range on all unpressured precision passing from the pocket, except high and low throws, Patrick Mahomes. Now we see anchored extender. Only one guy has this. It's Dak Prescott. While in the pocket, passers with this ability are almost guaranteed to break the first sack, attempt by a blitzing defender. I'm sorry. Okay, I am tired. By a blitzing defensive back. Now a new ability, Gutsy Scrambler. Passers with this ability are immune to throw penalties caused by defensive pressure while on the run. Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson have that. Okay, that's very interesting. Sideline Deadeye, only one player has this. Carson Wentz, a very good ability. Passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all throws outside the numbers. I think you can maybe make the argument for a couple other QBs, but fair enough for Carson Wentz. Now we have Sleight of Hand. Passers with this ability have it almost sounds like I'm saying passers with a disability, but I'm not, I promise. Have a higher chance of success on pump fakes in double moves. Double moves, like, that's what a wide receiver does. But Matt Ryan has that, of course. Pass lead elite. This is actually a decent ability. Passers with this ability have increased throw power on bullet precision passes, except in high-low throws. Rodgers has that one. Roaming Deadeye, passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all unpressured throws while their feet are outside the pocket. Rodgers and Watson. Gunslinger, this is a huge ability. Passers with this ability have faster passing animations and increased velocity on bullet passes. Only Aaron Rodgers. I would have really thought Mahomes would have had this one as well. That is one of the best abilities in the game. Animations are everything. And Rodgers had easily the quickest release. In fairness, in real life, probably pretty fair to the quickest release. And it's killer. It's game-changing because you can just get the ball there perfectly way earlier than the pressure can get to you. Regardless, another ability, Fast Break. Passes with this ability immediately respond to user input and defenders react more slowly on designed QB run plays. Lamar Jackson. So you combine that with Escape Artist and his own actual X Factor ability. And how do you stop Lamar Jackson? Tight out. Passes with this ability improve the catching prowess of all tight ends who are open. Lamar Jackson, who cares? Lofty Deadeye passes with this ability have perfect accuracy on all lob or touch passes. Drew Brees. Indoor baller, players enter the zone quicker when they're indoors. Drew Brees. Safety valve. Players improve the catch rating of all running backs who are open on pass plays. Drew Brees. Clutch. Midway through the fourth quarter in close games, players with this ability can easily enter and remain in the zone. Tom Brady and Russell Wilson. Agile extender while in the pocket. Passes with this ability are almost guaranteed to avoid the first sack attempt by a blitzing defensive back. This is very similar to anchored extender, right? Russell Wilson and Watson have that. As far as jukebox for a quarterback goes, only Lamar Jackson. We already know what it is. Obviously, it's going to be toned down, but still, it's important to know. Long range Deadeye passer with his ability have perfect accuracy on all deep throws while their feet are set. Mr. Rustler Wilson, very good ability there. And then for running backs, we pretty much know all of these, but you can see there, Saquon Barkley and Dalvin Cook have first one free, which, basically when you're in the zone, you can have a very high chance to break someone's ankles, spin, hurdle, do all that stuff on the first play. Then you have Freight Train. Zeke surprisingly has it. Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb basically can run through anybody when they're in the zone. Ankle Breaker. Truly devastating receiving threats are the ones that catch and can't be caught. When they enter the zone, they increase fake out rates on spin, juke, hurdle after the catch. Christian McCaffrey, super harsh because it's like it's literally first one free, but you have to catch the ball, so it's kind of sucky. Then you have Armbar. We knew early on that was very OP. Joe Mixon and Derrick Henry have it. Ball carriers with this ability have more powerful stiff arm animations. Balance beam, avoid stumbling when carrying the ball. Chubb, Dalvin Cook, and Joe Mixon. That is a new ability, and that is very interesting because that kind of means I feel like it's going to be a little glitchy just running straight through the line and maybe just gaining yards automatically. I don't know. Bruiser, ball carriers with this ability have more powerful truck and stiff arm animations. Surprisingly, only Chubb. Why wouldn't Derrick Henry be on there? Bruiser sounds like it's Armbar mixed with Bulldozer. What? I don't even know. Reach for it. Ball carriers with his ability will frequently attempt to gain extra yards while being tackled. Nick Chubb and Zeke. Zeke Zeke and Chubb seem very good this year for sure. Leapfrog, ball carriers. Yeah, ball carriers with his ability will hold on to the ball if tackled during a hurdle. That seems like it could be broken. Christian McCaffrey, Zeke, and Barkley. Energizer, ball carriers with his ability will replenish a portion of their stamina upon successfully performing any skill move. Dalvin and Zeke. We have Evasive. Ball carriers with this ability have steerable juke and spin animation. So Christian McCaffrey goes from kind of trash for abilities to pretty solid coming into the next Madden because, of course, Christian McCaffrey finally has Evasive with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was that unique guy, the only person to have Evasive last year, and now McCaffrey joins that matchup. Speaking of matchup, backfield mismatch. Runners with this ability have a better catch in traffic and route running when coming out of the backfield against linebackers and linemen. Surprised McCaffrey's not a part of that, or if Kamara's superstar, he should have that. But it's Barkley and Kyle Juszczyk. Interesting name. Tank. Ball carriers with this ability will break almost any hit stick tackle attempt made on them. Leonard Fournette and Derrick Henry. Leonard Fournette's a superstar? What the hell? Backfield master, basically, hot route master. More hot routes for better route running and improved catching against linebackers and linemen for Christian McCaffrey only. Playmaker receivers with this ability are granted immediate and precision reactions to playmaker inputs. Christian McCaffrey. This is interesting. It's like the human joystick, but for receivers. Second win, players with this ability have a chance to replenish their stamina once per play when it's half depleted. Josh Jacobs, very interesting. Bulldozer, ball carriers with this ability have more powerful truck animations. Josh Jacobs, matchup nightmare. Receivers with this ability have sharper cuts and frequently win contested catches when covered by linebackers and linemen. Kamara, and then you see running back apprentice. More hot routes. Kamara. Closer or closer. Players with this ability have reduced zone objectives in the second half. Ooh, Derrick Henry, that's kind of clutch. Jukebox. There's only one player with Jukebox. Dalvin Cook? Okay, I don't understand how Mixon and Kamara, who are supposedly lower overalls than Aaron Jones, have abilities and Aaron Jones doesn't. Okay, I guess. Nasty Streak, the final running back / fullback ability. Blockers with his ability will frequently attempt and win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs when playing as a lineman or fullback. Interesting. So Nasty Streak also goes for linemen, of course. I'm not going to talk about these other, things. We'll talk about maybe a little bit, but receiver, tight end, X Factor abilities, double me. We know what that is. The names that have it are Kelsey, Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Devontae Adams, and Thielen. So Devontae Adams would appear to be an X Factor. Surprisingly, Thielen's still an X Factor. Of course, Diggs and Tyreek Hill, also X Factors. They have Rack 'em Up, Max Security, a very good ability. Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, and Michael Thomas. So possession monsters, basically. Yak 'em Up. The best physical receivers don't just come down with the ball, they carry it home. When they enter the zone, they're nearly guaranteed to break their first post-catch tackle. George Kittle, which is pretty interesting. Short in elite for superstar abilities. Receivers with his ability catch more consistently while catching passes probably less than 10 yards from the line of scrimmage inside the numbers. So Michael Thomas, George Kittle, and Hopkins. So basically the slant route Michael Thomas. Mid in elite, receivers with this ability catch more consistently while catching passes 10 to 20 yards from line of scrimmage inside the numbers. Sutton, Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, Zach Ertz, and Julian Edelman. So Cortland Sutton's superstar development, as you would probably expect. Deep and elite, more consistently catching the ball inside the middle of the field from the line of scrimmage within 20-plus yards. Stephon Diggs, short out elite. So you get the gist. Short, mid, elite, outside, more consistent catches basically for these certain players. Julio, Kenny, so I mean, you guys get it, right? You guys can see these. Outside apprentice, more hot routes for the outside guys. Devontae, Julio, Amari, Keenan, Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson getting a little bit of love this year. Super catch and traffic master. Jukebox for wide receivers. Tyreek Hill, that's OP. Odell, kind of makes sense. And the Stephon Diggs, I think Stephon's a little too slow for it in my opinion, but fair enough. Grab and go, basically momentum shift for wide receivers. Diggs, Tyreek, and Odell. Return man, ball carriers with his ability can quickly shift momentum, change direction, and turn the corner without sacrificing speed on kick and punt returns. Cordero Patterson and Andre Roberts have that ability. Red zone threat, we get it. Better chance to win catches against single coverage. So jump ball kind of dudes. Cooper Kupp, superstar development. I will take it as a Rams owner in the user league. Davante Adams, good stuff, cool stuff. Second win, that's a FIFA thing. Chris Godwin. Route technician, creating separation on the last cut of any route. T.Y., Amari, Julio, Devontae, and Michael Thomas. Tank, Gronk, tight end apprentice. We don't really care about too much of these stuff. As far as superstar abilities, all day blockers with this ability will allow less frequent block shed attempts by their target. Mitchell Schwartz, Tyron Smith, Bakhtiari, very good ability. Very good ability. And then when you combined it with Edge Protector, it makes it almost impossible to pass rush against those guys. Blockers with this ability reduce, and this ability reduce in any edge pass rushers' chances of using a quick block shed move. Schwartz, Tyron, Trent, Bakhtiari, and Ramczyk. Screen Protector. Impact block winning on screen passes. Trent Williams, Jason Kelsey, and Zach Martin. Very interesting. Post up, no one cares. Nasty streak, frequently win. Attempt and win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs when lining up as a lineman or fullback. Quentin, Lane Johnson, and Trent Brown. Unspun, what is this? Blockers with his ability to defend against spin move pass rushers as if they had an additional resistant point. This doesn't make any sense, though. It's like super like specific. Like no one cares, right? Lifeguard, defend against swim and club pass rush moves. Ronnie Stanley and Brandon Brooks. Tough Nut. Blockers with his ability of an increased number of blocker resistant points. Terran Armstead. That sounds good. Polar Elite. Good pulling on blockings for guards. Matador. Stronger protection against bull pass rush moves. Terror Proof. I really don't like these abilities. Like, I get it. They wanted to have fun with the names, basically. But why are there so many different lineman abilities for all these different pass rushers when the pass rushers, there's like going to be, 2 abilities probably? We'll see. But fool me once, blockers with ability gain blocker resistant points at a faster rate. And then neutral talent, blockers with his ability start every new blocking encounter with built-in resistance. Okay. Defensive abilities, unstoppable force, we get it. Super beastly. Fearmonger, terrible ability. Just, they scare the quarterback. Cool, man. Relentless. The most tenacious defenders beat their blocks by sheer force of will. When they enter the zone, their pass rush move attempts are free. So I believe if I'm correct, you can basically spam the button and sneak through. TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, and Chandler Jones. Reinforcement. This ability increases their chances of defeating run blocks and disrupting catches via tackling. Derwin James, Harrison Smith. Avalanche are tacklers, and then there are these guys when they enter the zone. Any successful hit stick made while running towards the line of scrimmage will result in a fumble. The hit stick masters, Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams, have that. So basically, if you're in the zone with these guys and you hit someone behind the line of scrimmage, you've probably just scored a touchdown, right? Basically. Blitz. Effective D-line captains aren't just examples to follow, they're motivators. When they enter the zone, all opposing blockers have their resistant bars wiped out. So does that mean you're going to get gaped if someone has blitz, which, of course, is Aaron Donald? which, of course, I'm the Rams user, and I am excited about. Of course, once again, a lot of these, there's a ton of these abilities, so we don't know how many each player is going to get, but keep on going. Run Stuffer for Calais Campbell can single-handedly disrupt an offense. When they enter the zone, this ability increases their win rate and block shed speed against one-on-one run blocks. Momentum Shift. Players demoralize their opponents when they enter the zone. All of their field opponents are knocked out of the zone or lose progress towards entering the zone. I guess. I mean, it's okay, but it is a pass rusher. If it was a corner or a linebacker, fair enough, but it's a pass rusher. When your pass rusher's in the zone, you want them to blow through players. Shutdown defenders have the talent to erase receivers from the game. When they enter the zone, their coverage is tighter and interceptions are more frequent. Uncontested catches. That goes for Trey White, Tyrann Mathieu, Richard Sherman, Jair Alexander, and Stephon Gilmore. Pretty elite guys. Zone Hawk defenders lock down a part of the field when they enter the zone. This ability increases the rate of catch, knockouts, and interceptions while in the zone coverage. Only Devin McCourty. Bottleneck defenders realize that the best way to stop a route is to act early. When they enter the zone, they are highly likely to dominantly win any press man encounter. Some of these words are just throwing me off here. Jalen Ramsey, as a Rams, I'm happy about that. Swim Club. Okay, so I don't know if some of these guys are going to be duplicate names. See Joey Bosa, J.J. Watt. Yeah, so in fairness to what we were saying earlier, we do see that, like, something like a Swim Club, these are counterable to what, some of the linemen have. However, you do still have these guys like Edge Threat. Defenders with this ability use faster, more dominant pass rusher moves while rushing from the edge of the defense. Bosa, Myles Garrett, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, DeMarcus Lawrence, Nick Bosa, Calais, and TJ Watt. I think Aaron Donald should have been on here because he moves around all the time. But defenders with this ability use faster run shed moves for a better chance of shedding against outside zone plays. Mack, Von Miller, Joey Bosa, Aaron Donald, Cameron Jordan, TJ Watt. Defenders with this ability can apply pressure to the quarterback from a greater distance. Aaron Donald, Buckner and all that. Fair enough, I guess. BOGO. Defenders with this ability are granted a free pass rush move once per play after spending a pass rush point. I just slapped my keyboard. Sorry for being loud. That seems kind of useless. What the hell is this? So basically, I'm kind of skipping ahead because there's so much to read. Run stopper. Defenders with this ability do not need to spend a point on blame. Okay, inside stuff. Aaron Donald. So basically, Aaron Donald's like a run-stopping monster. Defenders with this ability use faster, more dominant pass run should imply significant QB pressure while rushing from the edge. So Zeus, Chandler Jones, Cameron Jordan, Daniil Hunter. Instant rebate. Defenders with this ability are refunded a pass rush point when they successfully shed blocks. When they talk about these points, like, is it per play or is it per drive? Like, is it a stamina thing per drive? Cameron Jordan and Kenny Clark for that one, of course. El Toro. Defenders with this ability will receive dominant bull rush wins when their pass rush points are full. Garrett, Chris Jones, Buckner, Fletcher Cox, Grady Jarrett, Aaron Donald, and J.J. Watt. Speedster. Defenders with this ability ignore one bar. Okay. A lot of this we won't know until the game actually comes out. Passers with the ability guaranteed maximum rush point. Once again, we don't know until the game comes out. Strip experts, cool, unpredictable, less likely to increase their blocks, resistant bar. Like, once again, we don't know what that truly means. We kind of get an idea, but we won't know until we see it. Reach elite, we know what that is. Ripper, defenders with this ability will ignore one bar. Once again, it's just stuff we don't really know until we see it. Chris Jones' own ability. Secure tackler, very interesting. Only Fletcher Cox out the gate. Defenders with this ability will grant a bonus pass rush point to all defensive linemen on any third or fourth down. Eric Armstead, adrenaline rush, restored after sack. Oh, that's kind of cool. Von Miller. Zeus and Bobby Wagner. Players with this ability have dominant impact block wins against linebacker or wide receivers, halfbacks, and tight ends. It's very interesting to see Zedarius on that, though. Mr. Big Stop Zeus. Defenders with this ability will start third or fourth down with at least half of their maximum pass rush points. Lurker, 180-degree interceptions while lurking in the middle of the field. Levante David and Eric Kendricks. Interesting names there. We have so many more abilities. I'm going to cry. Outmatched with this ability. Highly likely to win contested catches against running backs. Okay, so you have a good chance to intercept a 50-50 ball with Fred Warner, apparently, if you're going against a running back. Defenders with this ability have a better conservative/dive tackling, are rarely faked out by ball carrier moves, and cannot be faked out when user-controlled. Geez, Bobby Wagner seems kind of god tier. Short route KO. Defenders with this ability force more catch tackle knockouts in man-to-man versus short routes than 10 yards from line of scrimmage. Chris Harris Jr., Tyrann Mathieu, Jair, Marlon Humphrey. And then you guys, basically the wide receiver edition. All of these are, depending on what route, what zone, 10 yards or 10 to 20, 20 plus, flat zones kind of stuff. Basically short field stuff. You can see who gets what. I will say, though, going back to Aaron Donald, he doesn't seem like the best guy. He's on 99 overall. He doesn't seem like the best. Because you want something like edge threat, which Khalil Mack has. If I'm going to be honest, I think Myles Garrett, based on what I'm reading, Myles Garrett and Khalil Mack are the best pass rushers easily. Whereas Aaron Donald is just a run-stopping guy, which, I guess, but I don't know. Aaron Donald kind of got robbed on some of these abilities, I feel. Of course, Acrobat, really good ability. Increased, chances to pass break up and get picks. Tre'Davious, Chris Harris Jr., Tyrann Mathieu, Slay, that's not how you spell it, Jair Alexander, Stephon Gilmore, and Jalen Ramsey. One step ahead. Ramsey and Stephon Gilmore will react to receiver cut moves when in man coverage better. Okay, pick artist, unlimited return ability for stamina unless you make breaking a tackle or, breaking, juke move. Bench press. Defenders with this ability apply bonus fatigue to their man coverage target after a successful press win. Jalen Ramsey's kind of sick. Chuck out. Defenders with this ability slow down their target after a successful zone chuck. So, interesting. The press ability is kind of nice there with Richard Sherman, who's on the slower side. Defenders with this ability will frequently prevent additional yardage gains while tackling. Stonewall. Buda Baker, interesting, getting a little bit of love. Adams, nice ability there. Earl and Harrison. Tip drill, we already get that. Minka Fitzpatrick, makes sense. Unfakeable, Devin and Derwin. Interesting name choices there. No Adams there, which is a little surprisingly, but of course, can't be faked out often by ball carrier moves. And when you're user controlled, you can't at all. Lumberjack, do not allow broken tackles and cause more fumbles when cut sticking ball carriers. Derwin James. Enforcer. Defenders with this ability don't allow broken tackles when hit-sticking ball carriers, regardless of the size of the runner. Adams, Wagner, and Smith. Surprising to see Smith get that a little bit, but I suppose I'll allow it. Focus kicker. Kickers with this ability experience a slower kicking meter for better power and accuracy. Really weird to see Josh Lambo with this, because this is an insane ability. And the fact that a kicker has it is ridiculous. Of course, Hecker had it last year, but it was literally limited to punters last year. What the hell? Unless Josh Lambo made a surprising change to punter that I didn't know about. And then clutch kicker, icing the kicker. Can't happen to Tucker. Doesn't really matter. There's also some abilities that apparently no one has, unless it also means that they're out of the game, but I doubt it. Of course, every single ability here we already know. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Grab and smash. Not all about receivers need fancy footwork. When they enter the zone, they have increased chance of stiff arm or truck attempts after the catch. Vanguard players are the reason running backs thank their blockers in the post-game interview. When they enter the zone, they are nearly guaranteed dominant impact block wins. That's kind of big, especially if a guy like Juszczyk can earn it. I don't know if he can. Selfless, we know. Universal coverage, we know. Homer, protected, and then human joystick. Honestly, they should probably remove it from the game, right? I don't know. But this was a super long video. If there was an ability that really intrigued you, let me know. I think as far as some of the most dominant players in the game, Jalen Ramsey looks ridiculous. He looks like he's going to be able to read pretty much every play that's coming at him, and he's going to make the play. I think Aaron Donald's super underrated, though. All of his abilities really just stop the run and help his teammates for the most part. Bobby Wagner is going to be sick. As far as offensive players, Mahomes is going to be sick. We already know that. Lamar is going to be pretty good for running. Nothing really surprises me here. Nothing super new that's kind of cool. It seems like really what they did for the most part, instead of adding new abilities, well, new abilities, they kind of split old abilities into more abilities. You know, like there's specific ones for different pass rush styles, as opposed to just having, you know, finesse style, power style, or just edge threat in general. And then same for receivers. You know, there's more yardage situation abilities, which I suppose do make sense. I think it's cooler for the guys that are lesser, that are technically superstars, but they're not as good as, you know, the better players in the league at corner or wide receiver. So it's nice to see that. I just want to know how that's going to affect, like, creating, like, you know, you draft a guy in the draft and you work them up to become really good, but then they have these kind of trash abilities where they're good at out routes within the 10-yard mark. It's, you know, it's kind of weird, but I do get the need to split up the abilities more rather than having one ability that's super OP. But what I will say, it seems like there are still some really super OP abilities like evasive and some other abilities that are still generalized, like edge threat, that make those certain players way better than the guys that are only good at, you know, like swim move or whatnot. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the video. What ability surprised you the most, as in, you know, a guy that has something you would have thought someone else would have had, or, you know, ability you would have thought was going to be just completely removed but wasn't, or an ability that came into the game that you're happy. Let me know in the comment section below. Super long video, like I said. Anyways, we're going to have a rebuild tomorrow of the Steelers, and I can't tell if this was the first video of the day or the second, but regardless, hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos today. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!